Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And we are with Joseph Federico from New Jersey. How are you?
Hey Matt, how are you?
Very good. You're one of those people that you and I have been connected and stayed on the. We've connected by phone. We've connected through LinkedIn and so forth, but we haven't actually met in person yet.
I know that's so strange, but I'm happy to be on the show today. So thank you so much.
I'm so glad to have you. Now, at least we've taken our relationship to the next level.
I know. Exactly.
But no, you have a publishing house and you're a writer, Anchors to Dusk Publishing, but also you wrote a recent book, Voodoo Juice. But yeah, just tell us a little bit about what you do and all about your writings and so forth.
Sure. So really quick, I definitely got my start in publishing 2005. I, thought it was a big wig working in publishing actually as an assistant. And then I became the editorial director within a few weeks, which really, which allowed me to really enjoy and appreciate not only my backyard, which was Manhattan at the time, but really enjoy also the world of publishing. So long story short, I got out of college, I graduated with a BA in literature, and there weren't any jobs in publishing. So what do you do? Before it was popular, I did a major pivot, and I kind of, graduated, if you will, to launching my own marketing company. So I still use my skills in publishing and content creation, but now more so than ever with another pivot, because that happens once every few years. I have noticed that I run a publishing company and also a marketing company. So with Voodoo Juice, I have always loved the South, especially the Carolinas and New Orleans. That's where my heart and my soul lives pretty much all the time, especially in my head. And I really wanted to kind of bring not only the LGBTQ voice to the forefront, especially for our community, but I also wanted to finally write like an Anne Rice-esque and really try to push myself to write a novel in that, sense of that, level. So I went to, with my partner, with my boyfriend, now of 14 years, to Myrtle Beach, 2012. And I got a drink that was called Voodoo Juice. And of course, it was a very strong drink. And I had all these characters talking to me in my head, and I had to write everything down. I spent my time on the beach, kind of really trying to release these characters from my head, from my soul onto paper. And then I, kind of put it away for a while. And it was only my summertime project. Skipped 2 years. I went to New Orleans with my best friend, Melinda. She's also my muse and my manager. And I went to a club off of Bourbon Street, a gay club that's pretty popular. And I had almost like a vision, which I don't know if that sounds crazy or not, but I got this surge of inspiration. And I changed the entire book shortly after I came back, 4.5 days from New Orleans. And that's really how the book was born. So,
wow. Was that your first time in New Orleans? Was that on that trip?
it was my first time in New Orleans, 2014. Exactly.
It sounds like you fell in love with the place.
I did. I had been pining to go, especially after, being in the Carolinas since my junior year of high school. And I fell in love with the Spanish moss and the people and just the heart and soul of America's South, the good parts of it. So
no, I lived there for a year, so I don't know if you do that, but I was there for a year. I lived right off Tchoupitoulas in St. Joseph.
I know where that is, and I had no idea. So,
so I know where Anne Rice's house is in the market.
Gorgeous house. Oh my
I know.
gosh,
It's amazing over there, and it's always funny as you drive around because that I also have fallen in love with New Orleans. It's a special place, and when you're there, you're reminded of how important the city was once upon a time. The immense wealth that existed there for so long.
Exactly.
Because those mansions go on forever.
Forever. I mean, all across. I mean, like even if you take the Steamer Natchez, a shout out to my friends at Steamer Natchez, you see where all the old mansions were and used to be, and you try to imagine just kind of rolling down the river at that point. So
and so it makes total sense that because it comes out, I think, in your writing and everything you've even talked about with the book is your passion for New Orleans and bringing that out through Voodoo Juice. So
thank you so much. And it definitely came out, and just quickly, even part of it was again to really take the genre back for our community, because prior to that, and even to this day, and I'm not knocking this whatsoever, because I have to pay, homage to those who came before us, especially these straight, cis white females that wrote the genre for us. So I kind of wanted to take that back with my first book.
Oh, nice. But you're able to take a lot of your skills for writing and kind of self-marketing, but you also kind of combine those for clients as well. Yes.
I most certainly do. Absolutely, Matt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what? So you're a content marketer, social media, and you've been doing that for a few years now.
I have. I got my start at a startup that actually helps startups, and I came in as the business plan writer after a few months, actually like almost a year. That role kind of evolved into the social media content marketing manager, and I taught classes. I wrote an ebook on how the basics of social media, especially for the older people that were our clients, and then that just kind of took off from there. So absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's you'll have a great future. I will tell you in the way you just described it, being able to translate one world to another world, meaning that when you're talking about, like, especially when it comes to, I'm 54 now, so I've just outed myself. And, but when I started
well, you look fantastic.
well, thank you. When I started this, I was 28, and as far as this business, and my world back then was translating the internet to those that were older that didn't quite understand it, but to be able to do it in a way that didn't make them feel stupid. That was at the end of the day, because a lot of people were always telling them, "Don't worry about it. It's it's too difficult for you, and let me handle it." And we never approached it that way. We just simply said, "Here, we'll try to explain it and see what they can do on their own." And
exactly,
I think there's a future for that.
Well, thank you so much, and I hope so too for everybody involved.
Yeah, because from now until I think we all retire, is that there's always going to be, especially that's why I said when I'm 54. Now there's all those people using TikTok, and I know how to use TikTok, but like we're not there yet to have our clients really heavily on that. But we understand it, and we always try to translate that crazy world into for those folks that don't quite get it yet.
Well, it's funny that you said that. Even the some of the younger clients that I've been at least speaking with, that may not be clients, just yet. The question really always is, why do I need to be on social media? It's not even the newest, platforms. It's actually, why do I need social media?
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, there's all sorts of good answers we can give them for that.
Absolutely. I agree. I mean, I could think of 20 right now, but it's a whole nother conversation.
We'd be on here forever.
Exactly.
But this is great. And it was just it was an opportunity to kind of introduce you to our audience and what your writing and your book and also the work you do. So I was really glad that you're able to take a few minutes to kind of share with our group here.
I'm so honored, Matt. Again, thank you very much for your time today.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here.
Of course. Take care.
Take care.